modification I'm going to go ahead and make to the robot while I've got it taken apart is add a blinking LED. I bought a bunch of these when Radio Shack was going out of business. There's the back of the card there. You basically apply anywhere between 2.5 to 5 volts and the LED blinks, so it's a real simple way to have a blinking LED. I bought a bunch of them because I figured I might use them. That was 20 years ago maybe. So I'm going to put it on the robot's head somewhere. But there is one thing, you have to add a capacitor parallel with it because the power is so chopped up by the DC motor that if you don't run put a capacitor across the LED, it just kind of flickers. But with the capacitor, you can see it just blinks normally there. So I'm going to add that somewhere. I've got a couple of them, so I might put them in the eyes. I don't think it's bright enough to put in the top of the beacon, but I guess I could drill a hole and pop it up in there. That might be where it ends up going. So I decided to put the LED in the top of this dome here, and I'm going to use a step drill. I'm going to go into the bottom. I took the shoulder plate off here, and surprised it was solid, so I want that to be rather large because it's got the LED's got to go up through there. The LED's got a 5mm, it needs a 5mm hole, and also the capacitor's going up in there. So, won't hurt anything to make it large. And then I'll do the same on this one. Wearing a glove because I've had these things catch before. Alright, so now I can get a wire all the way through there. They don't agree, but that's okay. I can put them in separately. Then I just need to drill a 5mm hole in the top there. Probably just go ahead and use this drill bit here since it's chucked up. I think that right there will do. Okay, because there's a seam right through here, I've got to drill another hole to the front or the rear. I think I'm going to go to the front with it. And that's a hole for the wires to pass through the metal. Because right under here is a tab that connects together, so I don't want to drill through that. So I'll put the LED in through the top, and I'll put the capacitor in from the bottom here. So I'm going to put the blinking LED in the vise here, solder the two wires. The long lead gets the positive voltage. I'm going to put a red wire on it. I'm going to go ahead and put a little solder on here just to improve my chances. Now, if this was some mission critical piece of gear or something, I wouldn't be making connections like this, but this is just for fun, so just kind of winging it. There we go. Finally got that one to stick. Now I'll just take some heat shrink here. I want it to go all the way to protect the entire bare conductor. So I'll slide some heat shrink on here. There we go. So next I'm going to install the LED through in the top beacon here. So I've got to fish the wire through into this hole in the back. Got the red one there. And the green one, or the black one, see if I can get that one to do the same. Yeah, I see it right there. Okay. So now I can just force the LED down there like I want it. And glue it in place. I guess before I glue it, I should test it. Before I glue it, it's a good idea to test the LED, make sure it's not shorted out or anything. So I'm going to go ahead and apply the 3 volts here. Working good, so I can go ahead and glue it now. I use a CA glue. It's non-conductive, in case you're wondering. And I'm going to hit it with some accelerator. All it takes is 1 drop to convince the adhesive to start curing. Okay, so next I just have to add this capacitor. I'm going to add it across these power lines here and then just stuff it up inside there and insulate it. So I'm just going to do it kind of a quick way here. Just going to strip some wire back here on both of the leads. And then when I add the cap in, the long lead again is the positive one. So I'm just going to twist it around there a little bit. And make it permanent with some solder. And then do the same thing for the negative. Now, need to put some tape on there, and I guess I might actually use heat shrink again. that'll do an adequate job. There we go, the power leads are protected. Now I just jam it up in there. I can add the base on. The curved part of the base goes to the rear. And we just fold these tabs. I think what they were doing, they twisted them. So there it is. Get the assembly ready to go. And put it back together, and I'll have an additional feature on the robot I didn't have when I first bought it.